I guess you could call this a bizarre headline. There's a new study, right? That's
right.
Yep, a good one. There's a new study that finds eating meat could be linked to urinary tract infections, 500,000 of them every year.
So here to shed some light on that is Dr. Todd Ellerin, Chief of Infectious Diseases at South Shore Health. So Dr. T, this is really about what? The bacteria that's in some of the meat that we eat?
It is. It's a study that was published by GW public health scientists, and it happened about 10 years ago. So what they showed was that they looked at what people were eating, meat, not beef, like pork, chicken, turkey, in a certain part of Arizona, Flagstaff, and they looked at the bacteria specifically, and then around the same time looked at why people were getting hospitalized in that same area for urinary tract infections. They saw that the bacteria in some of these meats actually were the same as the bacteria that were in some of these urinary tract infections. So you could say, we are what we eat.
Let me just be clear. You said not beef, though. Other kinds of meat, though, but not beef. Is that what you said?
They specifically did not look at beef.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you.
Doctor, the link between UTIs and E. coli, that's not new, but this study found that there are actually far more of these infections than previously thought. So why is that important?
Well, the reason it's relevant, when you think of a triangle, the top of the triangle is bacteria. On one of the other corners, humans, and the other corner, animals. It's important to remember there's a complex interaction between the three of us. And what's relevant is that bacteria have been around for billions of years. Humans around for hundreds of thousands of years. So bacteria have learned how to adapt. The bottom line is this: if you eat certain types of meat, especially raw meat, it's possible as you eat it and then it's digested. Remember, where we poop and where we pee are very close to each other, especially in women more than men. So it's something that's relevant.
So how can people avoid this? Are certain people more susceptible?
Well, remember something. What the study showed is that they thought that only 8% of these bacteria were relevant to the urinary tract infections. There are about 8 million UTIs a year. That would mean about 500,000 potentially are from the food that we eat. What can we do? Remember, avoid eating raw meat if possible. Also important to wash our hands and make sure that we wash our cutting boards where the meat so we don't contaminate other parts of the food. And then the other thing that's relevant, and the study also showed, was that there's more multi-drug resistant bacteria that may be because we use antibiotics in the animals that we eat, so that we can't indiscriminately use these antibiotics. I think that's really important. But the bottom line is there is this complex interplay, and we have to keep this in mind that bacteria and humans, we live with bacteria inside of us. We eat bacteria, and we want to make sure that we especially don't eat raw food if that's possible.
All right, Dr. Todd Ellerin, Chief of Infectious Diseases at South Shore Health. Thank you so much, Doctor. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Dr. T.
Be well.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
See you later.